The Lokpal bill has finally been passed by Parliament, but it's also turned into an unseemly fight between Team Anna on the one side and Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party on the other. Joining us now, one of the leading lights of Team Anna, Dr. Kiran Bedi, who was at Ralegaon Sidhi, cheering on parliamentarians as they passed the Lokpal bill. And the one question that's being asked, Dr. Bedi, is that why is Team Anna, why are you and Anna Hazare so happy with what your former colleagues call a Jokepal? They're saying that political parties have gotten together, they know that nobody will ever be prosecuted, sent behind bars, which is why they're cheering on this Jokepal, and they're saying that you actually have been taken in by the propaganda put out by the BJP and the Congress.
None of us have been taken on by the propaganda. There's substance in the bill. There's substance in this bill. Unless somebody reads it, how would you know it? And I think somebody prejudged it. And some people stated it even before reading the bill. Because I heard Gopal Rai, I was told by a media, not heard, told by a media, that they asked Gopal Rai when he was at Anna's satsang, that आप जोकपाल बिल कह रहे हैं, आपने बिल पढ़ा है? बोले नहीं, तो फिर आप कैसे जोक बिल कह रहे हैं? So why is he calling Jokepal without reading the bill? Then I heard Mr. Shanti Bhushan in a press. I heard that. That's I directly saw on the television that the bill is not in public domain. So how can we call it? It's a very weak bill. So that means they were going back to the bill which was weak, against which we were agitating. But they did not know that the bill had been considerably improved by the select committee recommendations.
I interviewed Arvind Kejriwal just yesterday. And he said in that interview,
Rahul, let me complete this. I heard Mr. Shanti Bhushan, who was a patriarch of the movement, who was drafting the bill, who's been a former law minister. And he said it in the press conference that bill is not in public domain. And it's a weak bill. He was referring to a weak bill much earlier on which we were agitating. But he wasn't talking about the select committee recommendations which had completely transformed the bill. Shanti Bhushan saying it's a weak bill. I was quite aghast. You have Gopal Rai going to Anna's venue saying Jokepal. You have Vishwas going to Anna's thing saying Jokepal. And you have Mr. Shanti Bhushan saying it's weak bill without reading the bill.
No, in fact, Arvind Kejriwal, in the interview that I did with him yesterday, leveled a completely different charge. He says that Anna is being misguided by people around him, and that when he was with Anna, he used to read out every clause. In fact, we can play out an excerpt from that interview with Arvind Kejriwal where he says Anna is now being misguided by people around him.
कानून थोड़ा टेक्निकल है. जब हम लोग जॉइंट ड्राफ्टिंग कमेटी की मीटिंग्स में जाया करते थे, हर मीटिंग के पहले उस मीटिंग में जो डिस्कस होने वाले पॉइंट्स थे, मैं 4-5 घंटे अन्ना जी के साथ बैठा करता था. एक एक पॉइंट को उनको बारीकी से समझाया करता था और फिर अन्ना जी अंदर जाके बहुत अच्छा इंटरवेंशन किया करते थे.
तो आपका कहना है कि
अन्ना जी को कौन
को समझ में नहीं आ रही है?
भाई नेचुरली कानून है, अंग्रेजी में है, कौन समझा रहा है उनको, कौन नहीं समझा रहा उनको, मुझे नहीं पता.
That was Arvind Kejriwal suggesting, ma'am, that people like you around Anna Hazare are misguiding him, and because it's in English, the bill is in English, he's not able to understand and he's being misguided by vested interests.
How was he guiding Anna during the bill?
He says, I read out every clause for 6 or 7 hours.
So how does he know this hasn't been done? How does he know this has not been done? How does he know? Has he been in Ralegaon? How does he know that Anna, the same kind of explanation has not been made to Anna? How does he know? And has he been misguiding Anna during his time? Is Anna susceptible to being misguided? He knows. I think the allegation of Anna being misguided is a misguided statement itself. It's a misguided statement by itself. And I think this is a disrespect to his own guru. That means he's thinking and believing that his guru could have been misguided. So was he following a misguided guru? Anna is a very wise man. And Anna hears everything, prepares for himself, collects his own thoughts, and says what he believes in. He does not say anything which anybody tells him.
The Aam Aadmi Party says they sent their representatives to Ralegaon Sidhi and they were treated very unfairly with them being asked to leave that stage. They say we went there as a part of solidarity with Anna Hazare.
I think they had a very bad spat. As I told you about Gopal Rai, I heard about it. I saw it on the television, that he interrupted a speech and then Anna said, "Aap kyun interrupt kar rahe?" He interrupted a speech. You have gone to Anna's munch. You have to respect his space. You have to honor the maryada of that munch. You have gone to somebody else's house. It is Anna's munch. You can't have your way. Right? You have gone, I do not know whether permission or not, but you've just gone there. But then you add your own voice to it in a manner which is disrespectful. Anna is in charge of that space. Anna can always, and it's in that munch. When he called it, it's a Jokepal. When another television checked with him and said, "Aapne bill padha?" To usne kaha, "Nahi."
But one of the things that was suggested by Arvind Kejriwal is that the reason the Congress, corrupt parties like the BSP, along with parties that were originally opposed to the bill, came together is because politicians know that this Lokpal is a toothless Lokpal, that no Neta will ever end up in jail. This is what Kejriwal is suggesting.
What
so
do
I
you
want
think
your
it is?
thoughts on it.
No, what do you think it is?
My personal
As a media,
opinion
what do you think
is
it is?
that having some bill is better than not having any bill at all.
what
And
is
even
not
if
some
it
bill?
isn't all of what Arvind Kejriwal was
It is not some
demanding,
bill.
I believe it's still a fairly strong bill.
What is the strength of the bill? Let's understand that. What do you think as a media is the strength of the bill? Because I've not had media telling me what is the strength of the bill.
Well, the fact that the Prime Minister is included in the purview of the Lokpal, the fact that you've got government officers across all categories included under the purview of the Lokpal, those I think are some fundamental strengths, and the fact that the CBI has been strengthened. But they
In what
still
way
say,
strengthened?
Well, you have a Department of Prosecution, but Arvind Kejriwal is arguing
more than
that that is not enough.
Rahul, no. More than that. Anything referred by the Lokpal to the CBI will only report to Lokpal. This is the real strength.
No, but you're not answering the question that Kejriwal raises.
I'm willing to
Kejriwal
answer.
says political parties have gotten together because they know that nobody will ever end up in jail.
This is the first time I'm explaining the bill on media.
Yes.
Because still yesterday I was in Raleigh, Siddhi, and
Yes.
you feel there is no... Let me explain.
Yes.
Any matter which is referred by Lokpal to the CBI cannot go anywhere else. It has its own lawyers, it has its own budget. It has its own prosecution branch, and it will only report to Lokpal, and its officers now investigating cannot be transferred without the clearance of the Lokpal. Tell me what more do you want? Tell me what more do you want? Why don't people know this? Why doesn't the media educate people? Why is he misinforming?
Why do you think he's misinforming people?
CBI's anti-corruption wing is truly independent.
Why do you think Kejriwal is
misinforming? It is now only with
people?
Lokpal. That means Mulayam Singh's cases, Mayawati's cases. If Lokpal, it is under Lokpal, the CBI cannot go in, cannot have Ashwini Kumar's meetings to be called. They cannot.
No,
they will not.
You're saying Kejriwal is misinforming people. Why do you think he's doing it?
Why, I do not know. But the fact is he informing people that a matter given to Lokpal matter given by Lokpal to CBI cannot go anywhere else. CBI is only with the Lokpal. And not only that, Lokpal has a wider jurisdiction. Lokpal can go to any police force and get the matter investigated, and that officer has to only report.
No, but he's saying that the larger problem is that the ACRs of the police officers, their confidential reports will still be done by the same
How can the ACR? ACR will be
seniors.
done by the Lokpal and the director of CBI. These are the rules to be framed now. Why are you preempting? The rules will have to be framed. Do you mean to say if I were a police officer working under Lokpal, my ACR will be written by secretary personnel?
No, because you're still reporting to the secretary personnel, you're still reporting to your bosses in the CBI who are reporting to the secretary personnel.
This is misleading people. When I am with the CBI, it's my director CBI who's going to report. But the director CBI is reporting to Lokpal now.
Just for the cases which are being investigated and looked at by the Lokpal, yes.
All aspects, whatever Lokpal refers, CBI will only report to Lokpal.
Do you think, ma'am, that
what else is independence? I want to know. The budget is yours. You have your own team of lawyers. You have your own prosecution wing. I want to know what more is. Did you want to say that the Lokpal should have investigated Arushi murder cases also? Did you want that? You've got that anti-corruption aspect. That means you need more people. Supposing this 8-member body once thinks it needs more people, the entire CBI is with them. All the units of the CBI around the states are with them. You have the entire infrastructure. You also have the CVC reporting to Lokpal. In fact, Lokpal is strengthened, CVC and CBI and the entire wings.